the Queen of Heaven and Earth, otherwise known as Inanna. Who is Inanna? I have nothing to hide, she says. I see and accept all that I am. She represents the power that comes back to us when we accept and integrate our shadow. Inanna was the most prominent female deity in the ancient Mesopotamia. At the height of her worship, around the Uruk period of 4000 to 2000 BCE, temples and shrines dedicated to Inanna lined the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Her name is Sumerian for Lady of Heaven. Her temples housed her priestesses, and they each would take a man to bed with them on the spring equinox. It's getting hot in here. To reenact the divine marriage, or Heros Gamos, between Inanna and her consort Dumuzi. The Heros Gamos is an ancient ritual of uniting the opposites from within, the male and the female, the light and the dark, and most especially heaven and earth. This theme occurs in accounts of Inanna's descent into the underworld to find her sister, Ereshkigal. She must take off an article of clothing at each of the 7 gates, so that when she finally reaches her sister, she is naked. And when Inanna ascends, she does so with Ereshkigal's power. When your soul selects this card, or you come across this reading, know that Inanna goes into the depths of her own unconscious to merge with her twin sister self. She becomes more powerful because she is no longer using conscious psychic energy to keep her shadow or negative attributes hidden deep underground. She courageously descends and faces the aspects of herself that are hard to get to when she's fully dressed or cloaked heavily in the ego. Inanna is an invitation to get naked, to remove the cloak of the ego. She wants us to drop our defenses. She wants us to see how holy and sacred it truly is to be vulnerable. As above, so below. This is an alchemical adage that suggests heaven and earth are not so separate. It suggests that within us, deep down in the dark cages where we place parts of ourselves, the truth that exists there also exists right here on the surface of our everyday lives. So if we are exerting great amounts of energy to keep from seeing our shadow, it is actually playing a large role in our conscious life. When we can face what we think is dark or negative about us, really embrace it and see it for what it is, a beautifully broken place that's a call for love, then we can emerge more whole. We can marry the light and dark aspects of our being, and in uniting with our twin sister from the depths, or whatever you want to call it, we can stop projecting her onto other women. We can see and own the hot mess we often are and not get sabotaged by it. The light must cast a shadow, and the high priestess is the one who gets called to love them both. So I ask you, can I love my shadow as much as my light? And just remember, the intention is I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And so it will be. Thank you, Inanna.